again. This is the Dr. Sophia Rothschild show. And I also want to briefly talk about people talk about, well, what does it mean when I say Jew? Well, yes, I'm Jewish. My father is Jewish. My mother is Jewish. Both from Europe. Father is a German Jew. And my mother from Spain. And they're both white. As you can see with my complexion. I'm a white European Jew. So what do you mean by a Jew? Well, Jew is a culture that has a religious component to it. So we are a culture. When we say Jew, we're speaking of a culture that has a religious component, and then also a nationalistic component. Okay, for example, there's the Hebrew language, and the religious component deals with things like, what is the nature of God and whatever that you. There are Jews who are white, and there are Jews who are black, and then Jews who are Asian. So the word Jew is a cultural dynamics where some Jews are white, some Jews are black, some Jews are Asian. Now, the majority of Jews, there are about 15 million of us in the world. The majority are white European Jews at the moment. Okay. And we make up about less than 0.01% of our population, but we are massive, about 4% of the billionaires, a good percent of the millionaires, 4% of the Nobel Prize winners, a large amount of doctors, lawyers, teachers. So we've done pretty well in the world. Thank you very much. Now, there are different sects amongst Jews. For example, there are the Orthodox Jew who take a more literalistic view of the Bible. And there are Jews like myself who are more rational Jews. Rational Jews, we see that evolution is a fact because it can be proven by science. And we see that there is no such thing as a person, thing, or object named God, but there we have the laws of physics, like gravity, electromagnetic force, weak nuclear force, and the strong nuclear force. So you have the Orthodox Jew, which is a more very literal view of the Bible. Then we have the conservative, we have the Reform, we have the Reconstructionists, and we also have the rational Jewish persuasion. Well, by rational, I mean Jews that will see that the earth will not create in 6 days, the universe is not created in 6 days, the universe is not 6,000 years old, earth is not 6,000 years old. We see there's no such thing as a person, thing, or object, or whatever than God, but there's the laws of physics. Strong nuclear force, weak nuclear force, gravity, electromagnetism, which is descriptive, not prescriptive. And we also tend to look at the world, we see the world through a scientific lens, right? But so, in essence, Jew is a culture that has some religious tone to it in some cases. And then there's also the more rationalistic Jews that see more from a more scientific worldview, okay? And there are Jews who are black, Jews white, the Jews who are Asian. I think 95% of the Jews in the world are of European extraction or from the Levant, okay, which is still white. And then we have some from Ethiopia, some from Asia, and so forth. Any more questions? Please contact me. Thank you very much, and have a good day.